Hello everybody. We're going to give just a minute for people to roll on in. Let YouTube get the notification out. Hey, we got somebody in here. Hello and welcome. I'm just giving it a minute for YouTube to get the notification out. Let people know we're live. Try and keep up with the chat here. Alien World Aquatics. Hey, buddy, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Glad to have you in here. Oh, looks like we got 4 people. 6 people now, 2 likes. I appreciate that. Cody saying, hey, Bob, Kaler's Aquatics. Just down here at Aquatic Green, picking some things up. Kind of wanting to spread the word to people. I know there's been a lot going on. Zen Ginger with the $2 super sticker. She is here. Thank you very much for that, Zen. I appreciate that a lot, and I appreciate you showing up. Sherry Kramer, hello. So basically, I just kind of want to encourage people with everything that's going on. Want people to know you still need to support your local fish stores. Go check them out. This place is still open. Small businesses, they still have needs to keep the doors open, but they're doing great here. They're being safe and sanitary. Lots of beautiful stuff. Even with everything that I picked up over the weekend, I still had to come down here and grab some things, and I'll show you kind of what I've got planned. I'm going to go home and do a nice little escape video. Teresa Cookie, hello, glad to have you here. But yeah, we got to support these people with everything that's going on. People are freaking out, and there's some some understanding to why people are, I guess you could say, nervous. But we're fish keepers. We're trained for this anyways. Hey, Muppet 929, glad to have you here. It's basic things that we should already know anyways that we can apply. Cross-contamination avoidance and quarantine policies and keeping things sanitary. So if anybody should be trained for this, it should be us. Yes, still getting deliveries, Bob Taylor. Kenny, you've got some fish coming in tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, people were asking if you were still getting deliveries. Did you want to say anything to people? Yeah. All right. I mean, you of all people know better than me what's going on.
Hey, everybody. Just want to say thanks to everybody. We're open. I'd like to encourage everybody that even if it's gas or bread or anything else, support your local families, fish store businesses, gas stations, wherever you need. I hope all your families are healthy and well. We are here. We're well stocked in food. We have food coming tomorrow, as well as a pretty good sized saltwater, freshwater order. So look out for a post tomorrow from us. Come out and see us. We're here. Thanks, James.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kenny. Bob Kaler says, hi, Kenny. Good to see you.
Hi, Bob.
So, yeah, I just want people to be aware. Everything is, business as usual, if you will, with, more precautions. Of course, they're wiping down doorknobs and things like that and trying to help everybody stay safe and healthy. But, they're still getting shipments in. They're still keeping the shelves stocked. Still got a lot of beautiful fish, corals, plants, shrimp, all the dry goods, frozen foods. They actually just got a new freezer in when was it? Last week, Isaac, that you got that new frozen food? Yeah, last week they just brought in another new freezer. Hey, Alice, glad to see you. Diego Petzotic, Self and Aquatics, glad to have y'all here. I'm not going to do like a full-on tour, if you will, today. This was kind of just a pop on, say hi to everybody, try and make sure people know business as usual. But I want to show you a couple things. And of course, as always, they've got a lot of things in progress, a lot of great stuff that they're updating, building. So if you're needing some coral, of course, come on down. We'll get it better. There we go. Oh, yeah, the clownfish. Alice wants a full tour. I don't mind to do a walkthrough if you all want to walk through. I know I've done a couple of them. I don't mind a bit if that's what you all would like to see. I don't know, Bob. Keller's Aquatics asked to go into the frag show next month. I will ask them, and I'm sure that'll probably be pending that show is still going on. Do they have a website? They should be parrotaquatic.com. And I'll get links in the description for everything. Be sure to check them out, Facebook and Instagram. I think they're under Aquatic Marine on there. For anybody that doesn't know, Kenny owned Parrot Aquatic, and then he bought Aquatic Marine, which is a local fish store. So what would be the website to send people to? Is it under parrotaquatic.com? Or is it aquaticmarine.com? Or is it both?
Both.
Both, okay.
Yeah, we're still working on upgrading Aquatic Marine.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't put you on camera because you're eating. Yeah, it's one of those. I'm like, I don't want to eat on camera. But yeah, so you've got parrotaquatic.com and aquaticmarine.com, and it's Aquatic Marine on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
You have Twitter or any other?
I don't think we have
Okay,
Twitter.
so Aquatic Marine on Facebook and Instagram. Go check them out. What is is it Volunteer State Aquatics Group?
Yep.
Okay, so also on Facebook you've got Volunteer State Aquatics Group, or VSAG, VSAG. That's kind of the local Tennessee group. So if you're near Tennessee, check that out, because that's where they go through and they'll list like meetups and stuff like that for the club that's being formed. Let me catch back up to the chat real quick. Isaac, do you know, I know you're the freshwater guy, but do you know if there are plans to do the frag show next month?
I think they're going to be there.
So Isaac thinks so. We'll see. And again, I'm sure that'll depend on if that frag show happens, of course. Chevy Fish, hello. Zen Ginger says, might as well do a tour. I mean, as long as you're out contaminating, yeah. Well, and that's what I want to show people is a lot of people are getting paranoid. But you know, you got to go on business as usual. Just be safe and sanitary. Make sure. Alice, they do not have birds. Yeah, Alice is always asking about birds. Self and Aquatics, wish I had a store like this near me. Absolutely, this is my favorite store, and they're only a couple of minutes away. Could we see some rare fish? We'll find this. We'll go ahead and do a tour for you while we're in here. So let me get this adjusted. So this is their fluval wall, and I have not seen another one like this in all the stores that I've been to. So what I'll do, and what I normally do on my fish store tours, is I'll get you a shot of what they've got listed on the tank, and then some shots of the fish, versus naming everything off of the tank for you all. That one they're still working on. There's some pretty fish in there. And they've got these guys in quarantine currently. I love that they do that. If there's any type of, you know, thing that needs to be quarantined, they quarantine it. They don't just sell it out and wish you the best of luck. So there's what we've got in this tank. Cody said, thank you for the reminder to hit the like. Let's see. Bob asking if anyone has heard an update on Father Fish today. I have not. Teresa Cookie saying hey to everyone in the chat. I'm going to try and keep an eye on that as I go through. Adjust this again. Hey, Rob's Aquariums. Glad to have you in here, my friend. And I may or may not have picked up some of these CPDs for the scape tank that I'm going to go home and do. Hey, Guppy Guru. Glad to have you. Hope you're doing well. Rob's Aquarium says, nice story. Yeah, I love this place. And we've not even gotten through the first rack of tanks yet. See if I can get you some closer shots on those shrimp there. Alice says, Fish Room Fever. Father Fish will do a live stream when he gets his stuff in order. Probably today or tomorrow. I hope he's got a lot to tell us. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Now that we've kind of gotten past the big fish deal in Maryland, trying to get settled back at home, I can start catching up on some live streams. Hey, Venomous Tanks, I appreciate you showing up. Bob says he's in the hospital. I didn't even know Father Fish was in the hospital. I hope he is okay. Hopefully we will see him soon. Mind your way. If I get in your way, just kick me.
Snails, you know. The ones that will eat out. Are those the ones? The ones that eat it.
Hey, Select Pet, lurk away. Glad to have you in here. Absolutely, Chevy Fish. I find that's the best way. For Chevy Fish, thanks for showing the names and prices. You know, that lets people know what you got. And it's easier than me trying to name everything off and rambling on. So, look at that sale right there. Somebody needs to come get that giant
I
gourami.
need a couple of those.
Hey, Paints. Glad to see you, Pam. We'll move up to the next one. And I may or may not have picked up one of these butterfly lotions also. I guess you'll just have to wait for that video. Maria, hello and welcome. Thank you for being number 13 on the like button. I appreciate that. Pea puffers. And that one random tetra that managed to get in there. If you're nearby and in the market for a tiger datnoid, there you go. Good price on that one. There he is, right there next to that leaf fish. And of course, the 3 beacon pleco right there. I'm gonna kind of breeze through, not super fast, but maybe pick up the pace because we're like 1% through at the moment. If you see anything that you want a close up or a longer look at, just let me know in the chat. I'll get you the best shot I can on it. looks like there's a salted pleco back here. What is that? That's the golden Dracula, maybe. It doesn't have the white on the tail. Doesn't look like a salt, so I'm guessing that's what that is. The golden Dracula. Either way, for all you pleco nuts like myself, look at these guys. Super pretty. I'm gonna switch hands real quick. See if I can stand up without giving you all motion sickness. Make sure my chat hasn't gotten stuck. Yeah, it did. So let me get in here. Lots of hellos. Bob Kaler says, and this is in reference to Father Fish, I'm assuming. Yes, he was planning to stream yesterday, but was admitted with kidney stone and infection. Susan talked to him. Just wants prayers. Well, we will definitely keep him in our prayers. Back down here to the bottom. Yeah, really pretty gouramis. Oh, they've got a huge selection. This is literally 4 racks out of another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just for the freshwater. Rob 93, glad to see you. Alright. Guppy Guru says excited to see the CPD and the new Escape Fish Room Fever. Yeah, and I'll get over to the stuff that I'm going to purchase for that. I've got it laid out on a table. That's actually where I was going to head it before we jumped into the tour. But hey, I'm glad to give you all the fish room tour or fish store tour. LOL, Rob. All right, I am back on the bottom of the chat now, so it's not frozen. Yes, Haley, live again. Just trying to bring awareness, kind of, with what we did with the event over the weekend, trying to help and make sure people know, hey, the place is open. They've got stock. They're still getting orders in. They're doing really well. They're Guppy Guru says $5, buy yourself another CPD on me. I will do that, absolutely. I will have Isaac buy me another. I actually contemplated getting one more, so I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you very much. But yeah, oddball. I felt that if I could even help a little bit, just to let people know, hey, they're still doing business. They're still building new stuff, bringing in new orders. They just bought a new frozen food freezer last week. Still got a huge selection on everything. Get you a shot there. There we go. There's the shot on that. And again, like I said, anytime there's a reason to, they will quarantine stuff. They're not going to let you take stuff home from here that shouldn't be taken home at that particular time. So, gotta love that. Alright. This one is the Swedish fish tank. Now, they've got more live bearers coming soon. I think that's cute, though, that they take the Swedish fish up on the glass just to give you something for the eye to go to. Yeah, Haley, thank you. And I had a wonderful time this weekend. I appreciate that. It was awesome to meet you all. And I appreciate the opportunity to kind of step in and help cover some things that ended up not being covered. Thirsty Rabbit, thanks to you. G'day, my friend. Glad to have you in here. All right, back on the chat. There we go. I'm in your way, just kick me if y'all want to look at something. So that's how far we've gotten. That's how far we have to go, just on the freshwater. Some guppies. Some male guppies. Yeah, absolutely. Kaler's Aquatic says Recon has a great pair of videos just up about QT and picking store fish. Y'all go check those out. He did a really good job on those. Thank you for bringing that up, Bob. Pam saying everyone hit the like button. You know, we got 20 on and 16 likes. I appreciate you all. Scott asking if I'm going to bid on this fish. No, I did enough bidding at the auction up in Maryland this past weekend. I'm not gonna bid anymore. I did buy a couple fish, but I just wanted to get out, and I had some scape things I wanted to buy, and I figured this was a good time to, you know, show support for the local fish store, let everybody know they're still open and business as usual. Young Fish Aquatics asking if they've got any monster fish. They've got some big boys in a tank behind me that I'll show you here in just a minute once I get past this wall. Alice says turn around. Alright, let me get this tank that's down low and then I'll turn around and show you some of the big fish they've got in currently. Alien World Aquatics asking what is my favorite fish that I got from the big fish. That's really a tough one. You know, I picked up a lot of stuff. It's probably the black calvus that I picked up, which I did end up losing the one with the mouth issue. I kind of wondered about it, but the other three are doing well. So that was almost expected, but I knew that going into that. Still, 3 of those for $100 is an amazing deal nonetheless. So that's probably my favorite. And then if I could pick one other thing that was not a fish, I would have to say the green jade shrimp that I got. That would be my favorite non-fish. Because those guys are amazing. They're super dark in color. But I don't know, it's tough to pick just one. I picked the black calvus not only because I really like them, but also because it's a fish that I never would have expected to have purchased or have been looking for. So, kind of outside of my realm of normality, if you will. Hey, Daniel, keeping fish. Glad to have you in here. Alien World Aquatic saying, get those cribs, fish room fever. I've still got to get fish moved around before I buy anything else like that. All right. Oh, sorry. Let me get out of your way here. So, people wanted to see some bigger fish. That's the back of the tank. We'll run around the front of the tank here. And these guys are being treated currently, which is why I don't have a price and name listing to show you. But look at these big boys. Let me back out so you can see the size of the tank here. Alien World Aquatic says, I think you should probably just bid on the whole store. Fish room fever, better to buy in bulk. Yeah, absolutely. Believe me, if I had the tank space and the money to do it, I would. I think we're good with where we're at for the most part. I got to get some things organized and tanks moved around. I've got a lot to do today just to get back on track. I'm going to kind of breeze through over here. For all of the cichlid fans, we'll run down the last of these freshwater tanks, and then I can run you through the saltwater if you'd like. Alien World says, no, they have the tank space by the store. Yeah, I don't have money for that. There's a really wonderful man that bought the store, and I couldn't do a better job than he's done, which would of course be Kenny, who you all saw earlier in the video. I won't even pretend to think that I could run the store even half as well as he has. So I think we'll leave it in the hands that it's in. Yeah, Bob, they did get that tank going. It had a red tail in it last time I was here. Looks like he's found a new home. Let's see. It says they've got a fajaka. Let's see if we can find said fajaka. If it's in there, it's hiding behind that wood because I do not see it. May have just been sold. Let's see. And I saw it somewhere, but it flashed by me. Somebody was, I think, close to 100 subscribers. Whoever that was, go check them out. I mean, if they're in here, they got to be good people, right? Royal Pleco down here. Just a second. Show you what's in the tank. There he is. Jump up to this top tank. FNS only 4 away from 100. Yeah, go check out FNS. Huge supporter of the Fish Fam and this channel. So go check them out. I mean, everybody in here is good people. So if there's a name that you're not familiar with, go check them out and see what they're doing. You know, a lot of creators in here. Yeah. So see, Worldwide Tropicals. That's the other one. I mean, just, you know, go check everybody out. I mean, this is Fish Fam. This is what we do. That's why I'm doing this video. It's support for, you know, real life Fish Fam, local fish store. You know, we're talking mom and pop. It's not a chain store. You know, there's not a corporate portfolio, so to speak, behind them. Let's show our local fish store some support. Even if you're not in Tennessee, even if you're not nearby here, go support your local fish store. You know, like Kenny said, your mom and pop grocery stores, gas stations, stuff like that. This is one of those times that nobody can really plan for in life. So if you run a business, you understand how that is. Congrats, you are at 100. Congratulations. Awesome. Yeah, so FNS hit 100. Congrats, my friend. That's awesome. I'm glad you did that. I'm sure you got many more to go or to come. You know, you're in the fish family. Take care of everybody. Look at the color. It's not even coming through. Of course, everybody knows how that works with fish. The color doesn't ever truly come through on them. But still, look at how beautiful they are just with what the camera's picking up. D from down the wormhole. Hey, glad to have you in here, D. Says they're threatening to close our shop up here. I'm sorry to hear that. And again, that's part of why I'm doing this. I want people to know they are still alive and kicking here. They're still bringing in new fish, bringing in, you know, new product, still working on projects, still setting up new tanks. Come check them out. Bob, Keller's Aquatic asked when I'm coming to see Ed in your LFS. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I would love to do that. I was talking to Ed about that some. I wish you could have been with us, Bob. I fully understand your situation at home and why you couldn't. But we talked about a lot of different projects and stuff. I'd love to get down there. I'd love to come down and see your fish stores and then go check out the aquarium, the Tennessee Aquarium down there in Chattanooga. I've never been, and so many people keep telling me it's one of the best public aquariums around. So I need to go check that out. Oh, some Shelleys. I don't think we have any Shelley fans. Just kidding, of course, buddy. Just kidding. Star Sapphire Placidochromis. Trying to find room to get down here. There we go. Yeah, Rob 93. I know you'd like the cichlid part. And again, they've got some stuff that they're not going to send out if it's not 100%. So they've got that on quarantine. Alice says, no, none of them here. LOL. Yeah, I know it. I'm surprised there aren't 4 people going, buy the Shelleys. Or at least 2. Hey, Fish Tank Barn, I was just thinking of you when I was trying to hit that Latin name. Like, I wish Mike was here. If they can, they can. If they ding me, oh well. You know what? This is not about me content per se. This is about getting the word out. Come check out your LFS. Besides, y'all have already super chatted me $7 to get the fish and just to support. So we'll be okay if they do. Not worried about it. As long as we're getting the word out, it'll be all right. But Zen, I do appreciate you being mindful of that. So, let's see. That concludes our freshwater tour. Yeah, just keep talking over it. Absolutely. Rob93 says, love how they don't sell if they're sick. Yeah, that's one of the many, many reasons I'm such a huge supporter. Worldwide, there were a couple of discus in one of the planted tanks that I showed. It was the one that they've got quarantine on right now. So, do we have enough saltwater fans in here that want to see the saltwater side? They've got a lot of goodies. And then this is a project they're working on, moving some tanks out and bringing some other tanks in. But they've even, like, one of the things they're telling people is, hey, you know, come on in. We've even got a sink in the corner. You wash your hands and stay sanitary and all that, you know. So they're even opening that up. If you're in here shopping and you need to wash your hands, wash your hands. Let me get the chat back up. D from down the wormhole says our saltwater side, or excuse me, our dog food supplier is closing down. We had so many people in the shop today. Zen wants to see the saltwater, so I'm just going to keep talking over this music, and hopefully it doesn't get picked up too much. But if it does, we'll be okay. Um, oh, there we go. They've gone with the stickers underneath over here. They're working on stuff. So your diamond goby right there. And then there's those. Of course, that is, where'd that coral beauty go? There it is, coming out of the pipe. And then you got Dottie back. Smaller fish swimming around. That guy right there. I'm kind of skipping anything that's like an empty tank or just blank space. Zen Ginger with the $2 super sticker. Thank you, Zen, for the heart, purple heart. Thanks. Love it. I appreciate you, Zen. I missed you over the weekend. I didn't hear from you much. I know that you were like trying not to bother because I was busy, but never too busy for the fish fam. These pretty guys. Oh, yep, there is the whitetail trigger in there. So, there. And there. If you see anything that you want a good close-up shot on, just yell at me in the chat. But we've probably still got another 100 tanks to get through before. Never seen that done before. I'm not sure what you're referencing, but hopefully it's a good thing. If not, don't blame me. Haley did it. We'll blame Haley. Oddball. Hey, Miss Fever. She's around the corner hanging out with the little Fevers. Alice wants a close-up of all the fish. Bear in mind that's going to probably drag it another hour to do all of that. So if you're good with that, I'm okay with that. I think my battery's okay with that. Gimbal battery's okay with that. So those are the tomato clowns. Got some maroon gold striped clowns. Marine betta. The one thing I do find about doing the close-ups on the saltwater fish is they tend to be a bit more skittish. So I try not to stress the fish too much. If it looks like they're going to start bouncing off the walls of the tanks, I'll move away from them. This guy's just kind of chilling. Yeah, oh no, they've got amazing prices here, Rob. I mean, this is just the prices, the selection, the customer service. For anybody that's missed how much I brag on this place, hashtag not sponsored. It's my favorite fish store. Hi, boys. Okay. Alright, I'll be there shortly. You got everything up on the table that you want? Okay, alright. I'm going to do this, and then I will be home. You grab me something. Right, I love you. Be safe. This is an Indicus triggerfish. Here's another one. The price on this guy. $79.99. And look at the size. I don't know if the size is going to convey on camera. Look at that. Yeah, I'll try and get as many close-ups as I can. But again, it seems like saltwater, they like to spook a lot more. So if they start freaking out, I tend to just back away from them so that we're not stressing these fish out. Powder blue tang, I'm sure is going to run all over the place. Adjust that. See if I can get. No, and I don't have that filter with me for the actinic removal. Yeah. Thirsty Rabbit says, how many lionfish can you fit? Stop that. It's trying to get me to remove you from channel. How many lionfish can you fit in a 6 foot by 2 foot? Can they go together? I have done it before. I don't really recommend it. Of course, I'm one of those people, I'm not going to tell you you can't do something. I would probably stick to just like one really nice large one, because they can get extremely big, especially if you get into the volatile. I would rather have one really big, glorious lionfish. Yeah, there's Bob says 2 rabbit, if similar size. You can do it. You can do it successfully. Sometimes you can have problems, but you know that's all fishing. We all know that, but it is definitely doable. I personally like one. I generally will do my predator tanks with like one lionfish, you know, one eel, that type of thing. Maybe a couple eels, depending upon if they can get along. And again, that goes back to similar size and temperament. That is a fairly large tank though, so you could do 2. And again, it depends. If you want to go with smaller, like if you were doing like the dwarf lions, you could probably do, you know, maybe 6 in there. Then as long as you've got some rock and some decent areas for them to hang out and kind of claim, they may not even find each other very often. Worldwide Tropicals, thank you very much. I appreciate you hanging out. I hope you have a great day. Yeah, somebody said they're social as long as they can't swallow each other. Yeah. So like, and again, depending upon what type of line you want. If you wanted to go with some of the smaller lionfish, which some of those I think are even more gorgeous than the larger ones, a tank that size you could probably do several. You know, you do 4 dwarf fuzzy lions, something like that, or they have Fu Manchus that are really small. Just depends on exactly what you're looking for. Caleb Aquatics, hey buddy, glad to have you in here. Asking, are there any rays? They do not currently have any rays. That's something that is in the works, last I understood. Yeah, I love dwarf lions. I mean, I love the standard size and the larger ones, but I'm really, like, my favorite lionfish that I've ever had were the dwarf lions. Lawnmower Blenny. Just how close. Yeah, he didn't like that. Black color angel. Get away from the front door glare if you can there. A little bit. Alright. No real monster fish, and I'm kind of glad they get some bigger stuff in from time to time, but they're not like, well, I mean, they do have a clown knife, which was over in the freshwater side, but it's still a smaller one. They don't really do a whole lot of monster fish necessarily. Caleb wants to know what I'm using to record. I'm live through the YouTube app, and then I'm using my gimbal that I picked up that I've been using this past week. It's the Smooth 4. I just got my mic hooked into it. I've got the full setup, if you're like actually really interested in it, on page 2 of my website in my little Amazon store section. And it comes with the balancer and all that, and a lot of cool little add-ons, but it seems to be working really well. I'm not even using the actual gimbal app at this point. It's got a lot more features. I've just got it turned on for the battery balancing and going like that. Salt and pepper sail fins. Absolutely, Caleb, no problem. Chevy Fish says the black volatile is beautiful to me. Absolutely, they are definitely beautiful fish. I can't deny that. I found my absolute favorites have been some of the dwarf lions that I've found with just amazing colors to them. Hey, Fish Tropic. Glad to see you, El Tropico. See if I can get a shot of these guys before they try and run off. Check out the colors and the pattern. I'll get you the sticker shot here in a second on these guys. But since they weren't being camera shy, I wanted to bounce to them real quick. Caleb says, just picked up a Canon G7X. Nice. Very nice, Caleb. And again, this is with no filter on the lens. So if I were using one of the filters to clear out the actinic, it would look even better. But this was just kind of a spur of the moment thing. Now, if you want to see a really cool fish, check this guy out. He's just supposed to give you a big old hug. Hey Isaac, you know what you got this guy priced at? Of course, he sold already. $60. People are gonna ask. So, yeah, $60. So somebody better get him before I do. Now look at how cool he looks. Let's see if I can get you a different angle shot. Look at this guy. Alien World Aquatic says, get it, Fish Room Fever. Just get it. Dude, I don't think my snowflake would eat it. Hey, Aqua Balls, glad to have you. Hope you're doing well. But my snowflake might. My snowflake's a nasty little booger. Alien World says, imagine what the bids would be on that. Yeah, it's crazy. I think we could get Haley to bid that guy up to $100, no problem. Maybe even more. The heck, it's Haley. She could probably get 150 out of the crowd. She did an awesome job on that, as did Mike with the fish tank barn. And of course, Susie Q filming it. Ed was a blast to bid with. Aquaball's just got 4 mud skippers and is doing their habitat right now. That is awesome. I'm loving the mud skipper trend that's going on right now. Scott, Alien World Aquatic, says you and Ed were cracking us up. We were trying, dude. Ed is such a blast to hang out with. All you guys are fun, but you know, I spent the most time with Ed, being that we rode together and you know, shared a hotel room. He's an awesome guy. Y'all need to go check his channel out. He's working on his fish room. I've been kind of getting to see the behind the scenes of what he's got going on. So if somehow anybody in here is not subscribed to Chattanooga Ed, go check that man out. I owe him many, many thanks for that trip that we just went on to the Big Fish deal. Look at those black snowflakes, and that's not even picking up the... I wish you could see it. You kind of see a little bit of that pattern in that middle bar of white, but it's got some patterning that's not even showing up on the camera that's absolutely beautiful. Cather's Aquatic says he will eat your little fishes. I don't have any more small fish in the saltwater. That snowflake eel is the devil. So yeah, that would not be an issue, but you're absolutely right. He would eat the little fishes. 100% that's what he does. Ambush predator. Just wait for him to come by and snatch him up. And they move really quick when they want to move in terms of trying to eat fish. Scott, Alien World Aquatic says, please mail me a fully cycled tank, including the frogfish fish room fever. Yeah. You know, we should have worked that out before I headed up there. I don't know about putting it in the mail. Oh, you're going to provide a large envelope? That should work then. We'll just pour all the water in the envelope, and I'll ship the tank separately. How do I plug my mic into the gimbal? My mic is plugged into my phone. And then the mic is mounted on the gimbal with the bracket that I added a link to. But my mic actually plugs directly into my phone. And even if you've got, like, I know you use iPhone, you just need a dongle. I'm going to have to get a dongle for my S20 Ultra that I'm waiting to be shipped out, because it doesn't have an audio jack. It just has the Type-C. I already showed you guys those. So I'm going to have to dongle that. But I find that's the best way. Not here. Scissor tail goby. Looks like Rabbit is out. Thirsty Rabbit, my friend, I appreciate you hanging out with us. I hope you have a wonderful day and look forward to seeing you around. Yes, it is in Knoxville, Tennessee, but definitely worth the drive. Look at these guys. I love these guys. And of course the actinic, or the blue, is fuzzing out the color a bit, but you want me to look at the frogfish again? Zen Ginger, thank you for posting the link to Aquatic Marine. I appreciate that very much. Always hard at work. There's your hawkfish. Looks like they've got those sold. Hey, Crystals, Pets, and Plants, I appreciate you coming by. I hope you're having a wonderful day. All right. I'll get you another shot of that frogfish. Super cool. Alright, and then they got some other work in progress stuff that they're building out. As you can see, that's a massive metal frame there. And they set this up while I was gone. I walked in, I was like, oh hey, check this out. There we go. Oops, sorry. Hey Isaac, when you get a chance, will you bag me another CPD?
Sure.
Sorry, I had somebody like, buy another CPD and threw some money in the chat, so we're adding another one to the list. Alright. That tang. And see, that's kind of what I was talking about. A lot of times the fish start to freak out, and I just kind of leave them alone because we don't want to stress them. Check out this water filling station they've got. Zen Ginger, thank you for the $1 smiley super sticker with the sunglasses. I appreciate that. I've got RO, RODI, and salt. They also have it set up with smaller fill tubes for smaller containers. Dude, Scott, my only worry would be that that frogfish would get eaten. And I don't want to buy something just for it to get eaten. They're doing, they're going to be moving this 1,200 gallon. Yes, I said moving the 1,200 gallon. So, they're working on clearing that out. Big old eel up here. The other one is hanging out right there. I will ask him. Hey, Isaac, Bob Kaler would like to know if you have the little white parrots.
Little white parrots, no.
No.
I have one pale spotted parrot.
One pale spotted parrot, Bob. Rounded Robs has got to go. I appreciate you hanging out, Double R. We've got more coral over here. Bob says their pump and filtration room is impressive. Yes, it is very impressive. They have got an amazing setup. I think you've got like the cleanest water in Tennessee, don't you, pretty much? Coming out with 0 TDS. Yeah. 0 TDS. No playing around. You want pure, they've got it. Lots of beautiful corals. I really need to get my filter for the lens for doing the salt water. I hadn't been doing a whole lot of saltwater shooting, so I hadn't worried about it too much. But, oh, and there's, for those who will ask, let's see if we can get some top-down shots here. Chevy Fish says, do they sell their water at Fish Rig Fever? How much a gallon? I believe it's still $1 a gallon, if I'm not mistaken. Hey Kenny, on your water, the price per gallon across the board, is it all the same, or is it? What do you got?
Both ROs
Uh-huh.
are 50 cents a gallon.
Okay.
Saltwater's $1 a gallon.
Okay, so RO and RODI are 50 cents a gallon. Salt's $1 a gallon. You can't beat that. I know you're going to get some light reflecting off the top there, but awesome little setup. Man, I just realized this was up there. I think that video that's paused on the screen there looks awfully familiar. I feel like I've seen that tank before somewhere. Now this is Kenny's display tank, so to speak. His not for sale. Absolutely love this tank. This is kind of those look at what you could create type of tanks. So right back in here, I'll show you. This is part, just a small part. The big room back here is their actual water room, which they've let me go in before, but we're not going to mess at the moment. But this is just part of their filtration setup. And I mean, they took so much pride in creating this, they actually came in and had this set up for a background so that it wasn't just a wall-mounted mess. They wanted it to be a display. They wanted it to be a highlight and a feature, something that they could be really proud to show off. This is something a lot of places don't do, and I think it's awesome. So check this deal out. Everything but the fish on a BioCube setup. So if you're like thinking, oh, I'd love to do a small saltwater tank, a small reef tank, but I really don't know what all I need. Come down here, you get, and there you go, BioCube's entire saltwater setup, everything but fish, tank stand, rock, sand, heater, lights, filter, all that good stuff. They even include the water. So, you can't go wrong with that. If you all want to see the dry goods and frozen food, I can run you through. Bob Kaler with the $5 super sticker. Incredible. Yes. Thank you, Bob, for that very, very much. I'm really tempted to do one of these BioCubes in the near future. And if I do, this is where I'll be coming for it. Because how many places can you go purchase the full setup, everything but the fish, especially at that price? Make sure I didn't miss anybody else in here. Chevy Fish says, I think I need to move near that store at FRF. Yes, I'm so blessed to be within not even 5 minutes of it. I'm about 3 minutes away. So I believe me, I'm thankful for how lucky I am. I understand how difficult it is for some people that don't even have an LFS period, let alone an awesome one that's owned by people that are actual hobbyists and care about what's going on. But as you can see, they're still keeping the shelves stocked up. They've got everything you need, from fish food, shrimp food, all your coral stuff, ponds, koi. They've got everything. Pumps. They've got tank lids up top there. You need some glass tops. I think Bob picked up some glass tops here when he was looking for some, if I remember correctly. Just everything. It's literally a one-stop shop. Meds, containers. Just kind of giving y'all a quick walkthrough. Filters, filter pads, and of course up there they have where you can get it by the foot, your cut to size pads, the titles. Shout out to Bob Kaler, got me turned on to the Title brand pumps there. Your medicines, more medicines, of course salt. We got the betta set up. Planted. Kaler's Aquatic says blessed or cursed. Right. Fish shrimp fever, how long have they been in? I think that was what that said. Chevy Fish asked how long they've been in business. Kenny, when did you buy the store last year? Was it
End of August.
end of August? Yeah, so this fine gentleman, Kenny, purchased the store at the end of August and completely turned this place around and has done all these amazing improvements and updates. Everything from the shelving setups you see to all these tanks, cleaning things up, replacing pumps and tanks and lights and the water system. And they're, like I said earlier, they're going to be moving that 1,200 gallon tank because they want to change the setup around. A lot of people wouldn't even think of undertaking something like that, but they want to improve constantly. So it couldn't be in better hands. And of course, if you need salt, I think they got you covered. Look at all that. And it's a variety too. You don't just see, we have just this Instant Ocean. It's got all sorts of, let me get this pen, scroll down here. There we go. It's, hey, what kind of salt do you need? What kind of substrate do you want? They maintain a constant variety of things. They've got their hardscape set up over here, which I am in love with, and I do want to show you all. Check this out. Driftwood, lots of stone, course, they've got the base rock. They also have live rock that they sell. Look at all this stuff. And again, the prices are not ridiculous. I mean, look at that. Somebody was going, "Oh my God, I can't believe Dragonstone's on sale for $3 a pound." See, your standard shelf price. I mean, come on, guys. That's amazing. Oh, I got my chat stuck. Go back. Yeah, got him for that 180 saltwater tank. That's right. Bob needs a 35 title. Alien World Aquatics. How fast or slow do Blue Phantom plecos grow? Not super fast. I mean, they grow fairly slow. I've not even seen a noticeable size difference in the ones I picked up 6 or 8 weeks ago. Which of course, you know, with like bushy nose, when they're only like 2 inches, you can usually see over a couple months a slight bit of growth. Bohemian Community Cats, hello and welcome. I appreciate you being here. Says very nicely stocked. They should be proud. Absolutely, they do definitely take pride in, you know, ownership and being part of the community and just being hobbyists. So it's I couldn't be happier. Fish Tropic asking, is there a best food besides assorted? I mean, a lot of that's going to depend upon Bob asking about that piece of wood. A lot of that's going to depend upon what you're feeding. You know, I tend to stick with, you can't go wrong with Hikari, you can't go wrong with Omega 1. I'm just now getting into some more of the fluval foods. And I believe Bob's asking about that piece of wood right there. So yes, they are. Daniel Keeping Fish asking when they're going to open a UK location somewhere near Glasgow would be top ace. We'll talk to him about it. I think that might be something that has to wait for a little while, you know. A lot of thought going into that. There's another nice large piece of wood. I know you don't really get a good size perspective on that, Bob, but let me do this. Okay, so from that notch there to that notch there is a 4-foot shelf. So that's 4 foot across on that shelf from notch to notch. So that's how big that piece of wood is. Then get that adjusted. Check out this spider wood, guys. They have got a lot of really nice spider wood. A lot. Like I spent, I think, a good 40 minutes just looking through spider wood, trying to find the piece that was just right for my project today. Look at this guy. I love this piece. It can be interpreted in so many different ways, different things that you could find in there. And of course they've got some mounted wood as well. But I mean, look at this. This piece right here. Nice big piece. Mounted. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And then he's actually got, well, I won't share that. I don't know if he wants that shared just yet, but he's basically, I'll say he's got a plan to where you're going to be able to come over here and you're going to have a location that you can pull your piece of wood, pull your rocks, kind of build your scape out and know exactly what you're getting and what you're buying. And I think that's amazing because any of us that have ever tried to even remotely scape a tank, so to speak, know that you get a basic idea, but you don't really know how it's going to work until you try actually putting it together. And then you realize, oh, this doesn't work, or I wish this was turned this way, or a little bit bigger or smaller. So Daniel's going to start saving up for the new location. There you go. Should be good for you. And then, of course, bulbs and pythons and all the standard stuff. Well, I say standard, a lot of places don't. I mean, look at just the net variety that they've got. I mean, how many places have that many sizes of nets? And I mean, the prices again are awesome. I think I've got 4 or 5 nets just because I want to stock up on some extras. Look at that. You can't beat that. So I'm going to take you through the frozen food. Let you sneak a peek at that. Oh, and they have drinks if you get thirsty. There you go. And your different pods and whatnot. Yeah, Bobcat, they're basically a playpen. I don't want to give away his specifics on it without asking him first, but basically. Do you care if I share what you're planning on doing for the escaping thing over there?
No, I don't have a timeline with the current economy.
Right. Well, I kind of hinted at it a little bit, but I didn't want to give away all of it. But basically, what he's planning on doing is he's going to have a setup over there with some different size mock-up aquariums. So, like, if you're going to do a 10-gallon, there'll be like an acrylic piece that you can pull off the wall that's going to be hung up. You can put it down in the sandbox, and then you can grab your rock, throw it inside of that mock-up tank, grab your wood, put it in there, move it around, go find your other piece, and basically be able to design everything in the size tank that you're going to do pretty much with the sand in there already, and get a really good idea of how it's going to look. Again, like you said, no timeline, but still, just the fact that he's, got that in mind to do something like that, I think is phenomenal. Jumbo bloodworms, yes, Bob. Jumbo bloodworms.
Like a picture frame with no picture. You might have it cut out with acrylic. They can just be colored, different colors, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't.
Make it where
You can't go wrong here. I don't know how else to put it. They've got everything that I need. The prices are amazing. The service is the best that I've found. So if you're coming across this and you've missed the live, come check them out. I mean, they're still open for business, banging and booming. Best place in town. Here's kind of some of the stuff that I'm picking up today. I'm going to go home and do escape. So I've got some Carib Sea Samurai soil for shrimp and plants.
picture on this side, dry goods and oil.
Got my piece of spider wood here. It's going to be a smaller tank. It's going to be a nano. So I've just got one piece of stone I'm going in there with. I've got some plants at home. And then shout out to Kenny. And I'll talk about this more in the video, but he's going to send one of these home for me to try out and see how it works. Basically, it's the fluval moss ball for absorbing phosphates. So we're going to try that out. I've not used those before, so we're going to put that in that little scape. And then I've got, because I am doing another tank that's Caridina shrimp, and I'm doing RO water, which is the thing that brought me down here initially. I'm picking up some trace elements to remineralize that RO. Miss Fever found a betta, so we're going to take this guy home. Crown tail male, he's not going to let me spin the thing so you can really see him. But he's going to go home with us. And then we got some, I mean, they even sell handmade bows. His wife does these for the dogs. Got my nets, got my python hook, and I've got some other fishing things. Yeah, Kenny is really nice. He's open to customer input, and he's a hobbyist. That's the thing, is he's in here doing this as somebody that's in the hobby, not somebody that owns a business and is just looking at profit margins. And that makes a difference when you've got somebody that's passionate about community and hobby that's running a store, versus just somebody that's bought a building and wants to throw employees in it and look at the bottom line every month without taking into account people. Zen saying the schools are only out there for a week. Yeah, our schools here in Knox County are actually out through April 3rd. And that's, again, another reason I'm doing this. I want people to know, hey, guys, they're open. Come support your local fish store. You know, like Kenny said earlier, support your mom and pop grocery stores, gas stations, small businesses. Oh, I didn't show you the other side of this tank. So we'll do that. And then if anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to take those. Then I got to buy my fish, and I got to go home and I'm going to escape a tank and get that video made, and I'll probably release it. I'm not going to make any promises. I'll release it when I release it, so ding that notification bell and you'll know when it comes out. But it's going to be nice. As you can see, it's going to be a little spendy for a very small tank, but I want it to be a nice show quality tank. I don't do a lot of those. Any oddballs? So they have, like, I consider them an oddball. They have the ghost knives, or the clown knives rather. They have Bashirs a lot of times. Yeah, Guru, that extra CPD is already bagged and waiting for me. I appreciate that very much, my friend. Just put your sticker on the tank, James. Yeah, I could do that. They'll get spicers and weird catfish, and they get a lot of oddball things in because I buy a lot of oddball things. Not that they wouldn't have anyways, but they know that there's a market for it here, and that I really look for that stuff. Chevy Fish wants to look at that frogfish one more time. Well, I'm still waiting for Alien World to buy that thing for me. I thought he was going to send me that super chat, but no, I'm just picking on you, buddy, if you're still listening. There's the frogfish. It's just so cool. I'm like super tempted just to set up another tank for him. I could transition over rock and salt water into a tank. I've actually got... Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. Now you're making me think about it again. Chevy Fishes, please tell Kenny thank you. Absolutely will do. 29 people watching, 29 likes. And we've had quite a few super chats. I appreciate all that. But I appreciate you all taking the time to hang out. Seeing what we've got going on here. Supporting your local businesses. Unless we have any other requests, we've been going about an hour and 19 minutes. I hope you all enjoyed it. I had a blast. I always love hanging out with you guys. Guppy Guru, you are more than welcome. Thank you for hanging out. And again, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Zen Ginger. Bob Kaler, Kaler's Aquatics, thank you for your super chat as well. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. Young Fish wants to see the oddballs. I don't know what all they've got in stock currently. I tend to buy them out when they come in. I actually brought back some Bashirs for them that I haven't seen in here before, but I'm going to run them through a good quarantine at my house before I bring them into the shop here. So there. And again, I guess people's descriptions of oddballs could be different, but for me, like the tire track eel, I consider that an oddball. If you could see him behind the filters. In Ginger, thank you for the $5 super sticker with the Bravo Fox and the clapping. I appreciate you very, very much. Let's see if I can get him. Okay, and they do have it says they've got a Delhaize in here, and I do see a rope fish back there. So it says they've got a Delhaize Bisher in here. May have been sold already, or he may be hiding behind a rock. Let me see what else we got. Not really an oddball, but one of those that people really like that get really big. Of course, your clown roaches. We got some African knife here. Real pretty African knives. I'm looking for you. I'm looking. Oh, here we go. There's your clown knife back there. If I can get a good shot of him. I think they've got a Lima shovel nose behind those Oscars. Hanging out on the back there. Just all sorts of amazing stuff. I mean, as you all have seen, this is one of those fish stores that even if you don't live here in Knoxville, it's worth the drive to come out here. Spend a few hours on the road. Come down here, get some awesome deals on some awesome fish. Drive back home with them. Let's see. Kayla's Aquatic says, thanks, James. I've got to shower all this. Not sure what that, it may have been a typo. If not, I'm just, forgive me, I didn't understand it. But thank you, Bob. I always appreciate you hanging out, your support, and, just your friendship, man. I love having you as part of the East Tennessee team. You've been doing this for so long. Anybody that hasn't checked out Bob Kaler's Aquatics, go do that. Let's get that gentleman his watch time so he can get monetized. I think he's still working on watch time. I think. Pretty sure. I don't know. I've gotten used to saying that. So, got to take a shower. Okay. Yeah, Bob, I'll see you later. I'm going to end this so I can get these fish out of bags and home and start escaping. So, yeah. I think that's it. And I may have been on Top Chat myself now that I'm seeing that. I usually don't record in YouTube. I'm going to sneak right past you if I may, sir. I usually don't run straight from YouTube Live. I'll run it through StreamYard. So if I did miss anything, my apologies. But I think we're going to call it. So again, thank you, everybody. Until next time, keep your fish healthy. And if you're going to catch something, be sure it's fisher and feeder. Take care, everybody.